Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Holly Bear and I am picking up here on playlist number 2 for you today. The first exercise we're going to start with is echo number 1. So this is where I'm going to be playing on the reed and then you're going to play after me. So we should probably talk about our reed first. Hopefully you have soaked it as long as you need. Usually about a minute to 2 is what I would suggest. Any more than that and the reed can get what's called waterlogged and it might be really hard to play on. So we don't want to soak it too long, just enough to get the cane fibers nice and wet and ready to vibrate. So I have soaked my reeds. I have 3 to choose from. You may just have 1 right now. And I'm going to, of course, go ahead and make my embouchure, right? And remember what we talked about last week? The idea of puckering and rolling in. So, or you can place the reed on the bottom of your lip and yawn, big yawn. Ooh. And right there you get a nice roundness to the embouchure. So try that again. Nice big yawn, bottom of the lip. Oh. And there you go. The idea for the oboe embouchure, just a reminder, is that we want it to be very nice and firm, but we don't want a lot of pressure collapsing the reed down and pushing down like this. We want a lot of firm pressure like a drawstring bag going around the reed to support it. So we think about the corners, holding those corners kind of like a whistle, if you can whistle. Try that. But like I said, I really like the yawn. So bottom lip and then now, how do we get the right air again? Do you remember what we talked about? We want that laser beam focused air, right? We don't want to try and put a big, huge amount of air into the tiny, tiny opening that you can see this reed is. So we want to make sure that it's very concise air. So don't feel like you need to blow out a birthday candle like, whoo. You want very, very concise air. So I think of this as cold air. So, again, embouchure. Now you try. Did you notice my pitch went up a little bit there? That happened because I put a little bit more pressure, air pressure, into the reed by having nice, strong abdominal muscles. So those tummy muscles, right where your belly button are, those need to be nice and tight. Change the pitch by just making it a little bit more concise. So, all right, ready? Let's try this and we'll do it for 2 counts. I'll do it for 2 and then you'll do it for 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, if you'll notice, to start the sound, I am just going with my air. I'm not starting it with my tongue yet. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But I'm just very lightly, but with, again, that nice pressure in the abdomen. Think about ha, ha, ha. Anytime you go ha, 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 you'll feel those tummy muscles move. And when the ah part of the ha is what we need to have for proper air support on the reed. All right, so you try that. 1, 2, ready, go. My conducting needs a little work. All right. So I did say that we would talk about putting the tongue to the reed to start the air. Now, what we're doing before is called a breath attack, an air attack. And I want you to play around with the reed. Try all kinds of ways. You'll notice you don't want to puff out your cheeks though, because it makes it a little wonky and we don't need that. So we'll end up playing around with this just a little bit more.